never send an unsigned invitation. I thought it was you.
Well, this is just preposterous. I mean, if none of us sent it, then at whose invitation are we dining?
Mine. And I am so happy that you all could join me for my little gathering.
You were doing the dishes?
It happens.
Ben, are you feeling okay? I mean, last week you washed your socks. This week, the dishes?
I guess you just bring out the sparkle in me. So what's up? I mean, why'd you come by? Not that I am not thrilled to see you.
It was just one of those uncontrollable urges.
Mm. Well, I like when you get these uncontrollable urges. What can I do to encourage more of them?
Hold me. Tighter.
Like this?
Perfect.
You know, this isn't very, conducive.
To what?
To, this. Hey, babe, what's wrong?
I promised I wouldn't say anything to anyone.
Promise who?
I'm just so confused, you know? I don't know what to do.
About what?
How'd it go with Rachel?
It went all right. It went fine, I think. I mean, you know, I told her I was sorry, and it wasn't her. I was just upset about my brother getting out of prison. You know, and then she was right. I took it out on her.
Looks to me like you're still pretty upset.
No, baby, I'm fine. I'm all right.
Hank, I live with you, remember? Are you worried that RJ's gonna come looking for you?
No, I doubt it. I don't know. With RJ, anything is possible.
I got your money. I know I'm ahead of schedule. Tomorrow. Jimmy, I don't want to hold this all night. I got it all. Right here, man.
It's like that line in Casablanca. Of all the restaurants in all of Landview, we walk into the one place Marty Saybrook's having dinner.
Tell me about it.
I just hope she doesn't feel it's once again her civic duty to tell me to stay away from you.
No, don't worry. I won't let her. How about if we go someplace else?
That'd be great.
It's your town. Tell me where you want to go.
How about I freshen up and I'll think about it.
Okay. Just take your time. I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to tell you a few things you ought to know about your date. Maybe you think this is none of my business. But be careful of Marty. I mean, it seems like she's got it all together, but she gets out of hand sometimes. She loses control, and you never know what kind of trouble she's going to get into. Or what kind of trouble she's going to get you into. You know, you're right. It isn't none of your business. So, I don't know who you are, or I really don't care, actually, but I know we were having a good time until you showed up. So why don't you leave? And leave Marty alone.
I'm ready.
Just let me pay the check.
No, I've taken care of it. Why don't we just get going, okay?
Well, you two kids have a lovely evening. Don't let her get you in any kind of trouble.
Neither one of us need your advice, Todd, so why don't you worry about your own date? I mean, we both know why she's here. It's certainly not your charm or your good looks, is it? No. She wanted a chance to check out the beast up close and personal. Don't for a second think that it's anything more than morbid fascination. Oh, and you have a lovely evening, too.
Listen, the last thing I want to talk about or even think about tonight is RJ. How are you doing?
Fine. I'm a little exhausted, that's all. But I'm fine, really.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Today was the first rate counseling session at the hospital. How'd it go?
It was interesting. It takes me a while to settle down into those groups.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did the guys seem like they were going to be receptive?
Well, we'll see. That idea of them working through their rage was appealing to some of them, I think.
Well, what about my boy Todd? How'd he do?
Like you'd expect, full of anger. And then withdrawn like he didn't want to have anything to do with the group. So.
Yeah, well, I tell you, if he doesn't get his butt in gear with the program, I will personally kick it all the way back to Statesville Prison.
That kind of talk won't help anything.
But Todd, the guy is evil through and through. Always was and always will be.
And everybody has an opinion. But I have to work with them, so I can't afford to think that way.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Ding! End of round one.
I'll be back.
You better be.
Okay. I like your promptness. You can take a floater from me anytime.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, you'll be back. Well, hi.
Wow. We just keep running into each other, don't we? How are you doing, Mr. Everywhere?
I met my uncle today.
Your uncle?
Mm-hmm.
Which uncle?
RJ.
Hank's brother? I thought he was in prison.
Me too. He's out.
Huh. And he got in touch with you?
Yeah, he came to me and said he needed my help.
What kind of help?
He wants to reconcile with my dad.
And he came to you first? I don't get it.
He doesn't want my dad to know he's in town. He says he feels like I'm someone that he could trust. I promised that I wouldn't tell my dad he's here. Not yet.
Okay. Now, come. How do you feel about this uncle? I mean, you think he's on the level?
I don't know. He lied the first time we met him.
We who? What do you mean?
Oh, you know him. The other night at Rhodey's, the record producer.
Right. He got on my nerves.
Yeah, I noticed. But he's very different. You know, when he told me who he really was, he was so sincere.
Yeah, well, Rachel, maybe that's just his game. Seeming sincere.
Maybe. I mean, my father said that he was awful, and all he would say about my father was that he never gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, maybe RJ never earned it.
Yeah. But we both know how my father can be awfully judgmental.
Yeah.
And once he makes up his mind, I just know how RJ feels.
No, you know how he says he feels.
I think he's telling the truth. I believe him. I think he wants to get back together with my father.
Look, then why all the mystery? Why not just go straight to Hank? Either they work it out or they don't. But I do not like this little cat and mouse game he's playing with you in the middle.
Ben, he's afraid. What if my father doesn't
Rachel,
accept...
I'm afraid. The man was not straight with you from the jump. And that... I really think that the best thing is for you to go to Hank and lay it out for him before you get in this thing over your head and before you get hurt.
So Vicky said that the flight down was just fine, so she's now entrenched at the Arizona spa. She's just fine.
When do you think you can catch up with her?
Well, as soon as I get things straightened out in Tidewater, I suppose.
Do you think that'll be long?
Well, they say there's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just have to wait and see.
Oh.
If we ever
How
look where I
horrible
am.
that is for you, especially missing out on all this free time with Vicky alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, honey.
But River, you, Andrew are all just fine. I'd much rather think about that than flooded houses and delayed vacations.
River is the most pleasant topic in the whole world. Yes, honey. You are. Come here. Yeah. Yeah, honey. Come here. What do you want, huh?
Yeah, I guess nothing in life is so bad that a little smile from a baby couldn't fix.
Well, you know those overbearing, over-involved grandparents, Sloan? The ones who always stop by unannounced and telling you the proper way to raise a child and complaining about all the modern conveniences they didn't have when they had little ones to contend with.
Well, Cassie, I vow never to commit any of the aforementioned abhorrent acts.
You won't?
No.
Oh, please say that you will. Come on.
Excuse me.
Well, we want all of it from you, every last bit of it. We want you here as much as possible. That's the least thing you can do for River.
Well, I'll certainly try.
Well, good, because we want you here every day, second-guessing everything we do with him, at least until his, 20th wedding anniversary.
I can't tell you how much it means to me to hear that from you.
Oh, dear. Here, will you let Grandpa take you? Hold this little bundle for me. Okay.
Come on, big guy. Yeah, come on.
Hello? Yes. No, I'm sorry, I don't.
So, let's hear it.
Sloan, the initial reports indicate that the cancer is no longer in remission. In fact...
Come on, say it.
In fact, it appears to be spreading.
Sloan? Sloan, what's wrong? What is it?
I read where you did some really fine work at the hospital with that flu outbreak.
My brother Ben's the one who did the fine work.
Well, you must be very proud of him.
Yeah, I am.
He's lucky, having a sister like you.
Thank you. Whose lucky brother are you?
No, I had a brother.
You had?
Well, he's dead. Mugged outside of a store. Some ex-con decided he didn't want any eyewitnesses and shot him.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, what a terrible loss for you.
Look, I'm sorry, but I really gotta go.
Well, look, I'm sorry if I brought...
Hey, baby. What's wrong? You okay?
Yeah, it was just, you know, this guy I was talking to, and God, he just told me the saddest story.
I don't know what to do about RJ. I just need time to think it over.
Fine. But while you're thinking about it, just remember not to do anything that might get you hurt.
Okay.
If anybody does hurt you, I will put a hurting on them that they will never forget. What?
I don't think anyone's ever made me feel so safe.
Well, then they are fools. Because you are definitely worth looking out for.
Since I will soon be joining the true mainstream of Grandview society, I thought you ladies might help, direct me as to which proper clubs and organizations I should join.
Well, Mrs. Hesser, that might prove difficult considering your late husband's criminal activities.
Elizabeth. Soon I will be Mrs. Asa Buchanan. Virginia?
Yes.
I'm not sure what it is you think we can do for you.
Enlighten me. Take me under your wing. That's all I ask. Point me in the right direction.
Elizabeth.
Well, I truly don't know what, I mean, that is to say, one must make one's own choices. Yes, it is incumbent on one. Yes, that's it. It's incumbent on one to seek out the organizations to which one feels one is best suited. Isn't that right, Norma?
What? Oh, yes, that's right. Alex, you should listen to Elizabeth. She was wonderful with me when showing me the ins and outs of Landview Society. When I married Conrad, she was just wonderful. Of course, Elizabeth's time is so limited.
Yes, limited.
I understand perfectly well that I have what could be called a black cloud over my reputation. I could be misconstrued as having an unsavory past.
Unsavory past?
I assure you, ladies, that the stories you have heard about my alleged criminal activity, as well as any speculated ties to the mob, are patently false. At any rate, extremely exaggerated. That's why we're here today. The four of us. So that I may set the record straight. I'll be truthful with you. I have broken the law on several occasions, technically speaking. But I'll remind you that I was a single woman, and my credentials and my portfolio had been stripped away from me.
What?
No references.
Oh.
With all your talent, so sweetheart. Who needs a portfolio?
Still, I had lost my license to practice law.
Why? I'm just asking.
It was a misunderstanding between myself and the Bar Association, which resulted in a gross miscarriage of justice, which resulted in my losing my license. Now, I could tell you all the details of the story, but they're deadly boring.
Oh, no. I'm fascinated.
Let it alone, Norma.
So, without the right to practice the only thing I had been trained for, the law, and after the horrendous, cold-blooded murder of my late husband, Carlo, I had nothing. I had nothing at all. I was forced to live on the very periphery of the law. Now do you understand?
Alex, honey, what are you trying to do?
Well, thank God Asa came to my rescue. He saw through the rumors and innuendos. He pulled me out of the gutter, as it were. And he gave me a second chance at life.
It's the least I could do. She deserved a second chance.
So, I'm asking all of you, in the spirit of goodwill, to take pity on me. That you let me into your circle. I will prove to you that I am as respectable as anyone.
Hey,
Marty, how are you doing?
I'll go get us some drinks.
Sorry, he doesn't know anyone in Landview.
Yeah, well, he's not going to get to unless he says hello.
This looks to me like a date.
Well, kinda, yeah, but don't make too much out of it. We just had dinner.
Great. This is the way to go.
Marty, is something wrong?
No, I'm fine.
You know, Hank, Always checking.
Yeah, well, what can I tell you?
Anyway, that date of yours checks out just fine.
Yeah.
Have a great time.
And say hello for me.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
You wanna sit down? I got you a vodka tonic since that's what you spilt all over me the first night we met.
Great.
Whoa. Feel better?
A little?
Marty, come on, slow down.
Oh, no. I'm not gonna slow down until I stop having fun. From now on, it's full throttle. Just don't look down. Come with me.
So, what made you pick Glanview University?
Football scholarship?
All right. You're awfully good, I'll bet.
Was. Now I just kind of sit in a chair and scream at the TV.
Do you miss playing?
Yeah, I do. I love football.
I love it, too. I used to spend every Sunday watching it with my dad. He had a factory job, so it was practically the only time I saw him at home when he wasn't sleeping. We had the best time watching the Falcons play. So how about you? Did your dad get you into the game?
I don't really want to talk about my dad.
No problem. So, how are you doing? I mean, is it tough readjusting to life on your own?
I mean, we both know why she's here. It's certainly not your charm or your good looks, is it? No. She wanted a chance to check out the beast up close and personal.
Todd? Todd, how does it feel being out?
What?
How does it feel being out of prison?
I don't know. Why?
Just curious.
Right.
I mean, I was just trying to get to know you better.
Really? Do you really just want to figure out what it is that makes me tick? I mean, what is it that you want to know, Alice? What is it that you're trying to figure out about me?
I wasn't trying to do anything except make polite conversation. You know, get to know you better.
You want to get to know the rapist better.
I don't care about that. That's not why I'm here. And if you didn't want to have an innocent conversation, why are you here?
I don't know why I'm here. Look, I had over an hour of therapy today. I think that I've had enough questions asked of me. I'm tired of people picking and prodding and analyzing at me. I took my pills, Nurse Henson, okay?
Todd, I'm sorry, all right? It's just... Could we start again, please?
No. No, you know what? I don't think we can. I don't know, maybe I'm not ready for this. I
didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, stuff happens, okay? Listen, thanks. Could we get the check, please?
Sure.
Thanks. Thanks. Look, and then what are you doing now?
I asked you out, remember? My treat.
Look, maybe an ex-con. But that doesn't mean that I don't work, right? I paint my own way.
Todd, that's not what I meant.
No, that's exactly what you meant. Just like all the rest. all right?
Yeah. I just need to sit down for a minute.
Sure.
I'm, a little out of practice.
Dancing or drinking?
Both.
Could have fooled me.
Why don't you just sit back and enjoy the ride?
Stop!
Oh, we're having fun now.
You are one fine dancer, Marty Saybrook. How about, we go back to your place and finish this dance?
No, it's getting late. I need to go home.
I'll walk you.
No, thanks. I'm feeling kind of sick. I just need to go home. Alone.
I'm sorry. I just got kind of...
No, there's no need for you to be sorry. It's nothing you've done. I had a really good time this evening. Best I've had in a long time. I just need to get going.
Can we do this again? I mean,
I'm around. You know, maybe we'll run into each other another time.
Sloan, you sure nothing's wrong?
Yeah, sure. Something's wrong.
Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Shh. Dear.
The house in Tidewater is flooded. I miss Vicky more than anything. But the sooner I take care of one problem, the sooner I'll be able to solve the other. So that's why I'm driving down tonight.
Sloan, tonight?
Yeah, I leave here and there'll be one more stop and I'm on my way.
Well, you sure there isn't anything I can do to help?
I think you have enough to take care of, don't you? Thank you for the offer, then. You take care of my grandson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss him. More than anyone knows. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
I was just going to...
Nope.
I will be right back.
Sorry. You're not going to leave me, so don't even ask.
I meant what I said before. I will do anything to make sure that you are always safe.
I know.
And I really think you should tell your father that his brother's in Llanview.
I guess. I mean, RJ hasn't given me a reason to trust him, and his whole life kind of says don't trust him at all.
Which is why you should really let both your parents know he's here.
I will. I'll tell my folks. First thing in the morning. It's not that we wouldn't be willing to accept you into any organization that we belong to, but there are guidelines that have to be followed.
Oh, yes, indeed. Rules and regulations, yes. Standards which must be met.
Rules are made to be broken.
I beg to differ, Asa. It would be difficult to persuade the members of local groups to overlook, how shall I put it, your rather colorful past, dear?
I've already explained that. That part of my life is over. There isn't a trace of that left.
Ladies, I can vouch for that.
And surely, if I were to explain as I have to you...
What?
Bulge?
Oh, man, oh, thank you, St. Anthony. Pardon me, ladies, I've been looking for you everywhere.
This is a... Excuse me. Well, I am very busy right now, as you can see, so maybe you could take off and you could...
Listen, you gotta help me. I'm in trouble big time.
What are you doing out of jail?
Asa, please.
Look, honest to God, boss, you're the only person in the whole wide world that can help me out of this. Now, you gotta help me or I am dog food. Come on, please, boss.
Well, I made all the arrangements for you at Johns Hopkins. Your first chemotherapy treatment starts tomorrow at noon.
Yeah. I'm driving to Tidewater tonight.
Good, good. Now, there'll be a nurse who'll go home with you after that. Be with you at home.
Is that necessary? I'd like to be alone.
I know you would, Sloan, but you're going to have to come to grips with this. The side effects from this treatment are quite debilitating. You're going to be in for a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah. All right, whatever you say.
Glad to hear you say that.
I'll do whatever it takes. I just have too much to live for to quit now.
It's too bad your Grandpa Sloan was so sad when he left, huh? The last thing he needs to deal with is that whole mess in Tidewater by himself. Yeah, no, you don't want that, do you? Oh, honey. Yeah, what can Mommy do for you? Huh? You know what? I think you and I need to go on vacation. What do you say that we go down to Tidewater? Oh, yeah, honey, I know. Shh. I mean, after all, your daddy. Hi.
It's me.
Yeah, I know, I figured. You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I, just went out for dinner.
Ooh, sounds suspiciously like a date.
Oh, no, it was nothing serious.
No, that's not the point. The point is that you're going out. And I think that's great because you're moving forward. Oh. And I want you to be happy. Yeah, and I want you to go to sleep.
Unfortunately, not everyone feels that way.
Damn you, Marty.
If you ladies would just excuse me for a moment. What in God's name are you doing here, and how did you get out of jail?
What's this hoodlum doing here?
I'm not a hoodlum. I already done my time, okay?
How did you even get in here?
We're no longer business associates. Do you got that?
I am going to get security.
Alex, we can see that you're busy, so we'll just run along.
No, I'm not busy at all.
No, thank you so much for the lovely dinner.
Oh, just be a moment.
We'll be in touch. Ta. Come on, Norma. Come, Norma.
This had better be good.
The cops are after me.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You just ruined the one chance I had to finally get some social standing in this town. You had better do better than the cops are after me.
Look, they want me. The cops want me for murder. Now, I gotta hibernate at your place just a little while, a couple of days or something, because I ain't got no choices left.
Are you insane?
No, I'm in trouble. Now, you owe me a favor, a few favors. I mean, I was the one that took the rap for you and who sat in the sweat box for them 2 kids fall in that hole. I did time for you. You owe me big time.
All right. I'll help you.
Yep.
Don't do that. And this is for one night and one night only. Here.
At the penthouse?
Yes, let yourself in, make yourself at home, make yourself comfortable.
Okay. You're just the greatest.
No, don't do that, no. I'm fabulous. Now, you make sure that nobody sees you, not one person.
Okay. I'll never forget this. Never.
Get out of here, will you?
All right. Alex, where did he go?
Oh, no problem. I got rid of him.
Every step you take through life, and every step you take toward death, you take it with me. You are never going to be rid of me, Marty. I'm burned into every cell in your pretty, smart little brain. In every cell in your body. I'm burned into your soul.
Wait! You're not going anywhere.
Don't go, Rebecca. Rebecca, don't go!
You're mine, Todd. We're stuck with each other. No pardon. No way out. There is no love for us. In this world, with anybody. We will never have love. All we have is each other. Forever.
No.
Forever.
No.
Oh, my God.
Hello? Hello? Oh, come on, hello.
I knew I'd find you, Rachel.